Wood County Delegate Scott Heckert presented a check for over $50,000 to a local volunteer fire department to help with its community park. The Lubec Volunteer Fire Department was granted a $57,000 check to help with improvements to its community park. These improvements will happen to the community walking trail and pavilions. Being a volunteer department, relying on fundraising and grants like these means a lot to the volunteers within the department.
Everywhere else is getting money for parks, industry. When the chief and the firefighters all come to me and they had this issue, and it wasn't really an issue because they've been able to scratch and maintain, and they do a wonderful job with the park, and not only the jobs they do and away from their family, but it means a lot just to be able to put stuff back into the community.
With this money provided, we will be able to repave the entire walking track, as well as do some additional other prep work to prolong the life of the track. This money helps us out because our department maintains and operates the park with donations and volunteer hours for the fire department.
The check comes through the House of Delegates and the governor's office. Law enforcement officers in Meigs County, Ohio and Mason County, West Virginia are warning business owners that counterfeit $50 bills have been entered into circulation. Meigs County Sheriff Scott Fitch